I said that I would remain silent within the content of the J. Slater case unless something new came along, new information. Now, this isn't kind of new information, but there were a few things in the recent live, EP's live. And I played catch up on No Ball's channel, No Ball Part 1 and 2. Go and tune in. See what they were saying. We have perhaps a new witness. Not a new witness, but somebody who's said things. Why have they made a delay? Now, this could expose it all as being rubbish. So, from whatever side you're coming from, whoever side you're on, I'm trying to sit on the fence. Surely this needs to be opened up, investigated by the UK police. Even if it is rubbish, it could be slander then, couldn't it? But there may be some truth in what's being said. Let's talk about this. Grab that drink. I think you'll need alcohol this time. And come on in and welcome to Aldon's Reviews and True Crime. So a whole lot of things to talk about, really. This isn't going to be enough for one video, but I really want to make more than one. I don't know, I'm in two minds. No, I'm not naive. I really am not naive. I'm not going to look upon this and go, oh yeah, that's what happened, 100%. Because there's one thing that we haven't got yet, is evidence. Now, evidence within this of how long somebody's known somebody else, etc. It could be simple to prove. Other things that are criminally connected, and they are kind of interconnected, need to be opened up. Jay, rest in peace, had certain substances within him. That was drugs. I would just say drugs. I mean, I don't make any money off these really. So if he had those in his system, surely the dealers have certain responsibilities who dealt it to him, who dealt the so-called balloons to him. Maybe they're not illegal. Maybe they carry a lot less, a lesser sentence. Is it a C-grade drug? You know, the canisters that you breathe in and it creates, I don't know what it creates because I've never taken a drug in my life. But some people have, some people drink. Now, certain people were named. I've not really had a problem with these people. No, they've got feuds with other people. Just because you're friendly with one person, they have a feud with someone else, it doesn't mean you have to take certain sides. And I've never had sides. But these people were named anyway. There was a bit of wishy-washiness really, a bit of wishy-washiness and questions that needed to be answered. There are two people within the accident group, I can say their names, I've got no problem with them. That's Chris Tenerife, who did well. You did well, Chris. You searched. And I would say, in my view, I saw that. You were searching for him. You may have not known anything else that was involved. You may have been searching for him, but you never saw him at the bottom of that ravine, or did you? As far as I'm aware, there's no evidence of you seeing Jay at the bottom of that ravine at the time that you did. But you searched and you put some hard work in. Luggy, you worked with him, put some hard work in. Okay, so that's good, isn't it? That's good. But there are certain questions that have to be answered. They're not very nice sometimes, questions, because they appear like accusations. If you don't see them as an accusation, then you can answer the questions without getting annoyed or frustrated, because then it feels like you might be hiding something. They're just simple questions. It's like if somebody said to me, Aldon, did you murder Jay? I find that quite insulting. But I kind of would answer the question and say, no, I've got proof that I was at so-and-so at such and such a time. I was here, there, and well, in this country, within this couple, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm getting at. So therefore, some simple questions need to be answered. There was one simple question. It doesn't prove anything, does it? I'll say the name of her. I hope you don't mind, Mia. Mia Hunt. Mia Hunt was saying certain things. Pippa said things within the chat. Pippa was a friend of Lucy's. Mia Hunt was a friend of Lucy's. Mia Hunt was on the, or said, okay, hearsay, said that she was within the chat on that fateful weekend. Around that time, she was in the chat with Lucy, etc. And she knows an awful lot. I don't know why she has waited so long to say that. But she has certain questions. So how long did Luggy know Lucy? It might not be a problem. Might have known her all her life. I don't know. It might not be connected. Might not mean anything. It's just a simple question. It might do. It might do. It's not for me to delve into that. It's to the authorities to look into that, to see if it's connected in any way. Is it connected anyway? I don't know. It might be total rubbish anyway, and you haven't known her at all anyway, apart from after the case. After the case, or during the case, I mean, after the fateful incident. I mean, I don't know. Simple questions. Other questions. Chris Tenerife, very defensive. I'm glad you took my advice. You were having a drink while you were taking in the live of EP on No Balls channel and EP, and you were having a drink. That's fine by me. Must be a highly pressurised job that you have, and you have to have a release for that. We could kind of tell because slurring the words, no problem in that. Sometimes I slur after one can of beer. I'm a lightweight. I can't take much. I'll slur certainly after two. I'm digressing. Anyway, there were questions asked. You said that you don't need to answer questions. In your mind that you don't. In your mind you don't. But other people, they don't know that. Certainly if the authorities wanted to answer questions, and you said that they probably have. They may think it's got a bearing, but you know in your mind it doesn't. But they don't know that. So that's why the people, or collectively online... Oh, just one moment. Oh, there's Rosie. Hang on. Rosie, she has been sheared. She is bald now. You are bald now. You have been at the shearers, haven't you? You're like a sheep. Yes, Rosie. Oh, I told you not to lick my face. It's not sun shining through at the moment, isn't it? It's a nice sunny day. Go on, go on. Go on, go and see the butler. She's just back from the shearers, so she's just run in to the garden room. It's very sunny here. Hold on. I'm still here. Can you see me? It's very sunny. It's interrupting all the filming. But there we go. Christina Rife, you said that you would we want people delving into our relationships, etc., and would we want them put out online? No, we wouldn't. But if it had a bearing, if somebody thought it had a bearing on this case, then we probably would cooperate and just talk about it. Talk about it if any relationship. I don't know. That's a question anyway. There was some sort of wishy-washy question, whether it was directed to you or not. Very importantly, names weren't named, because people have got to get this right. There was something about passports and passports being kept and people being forced to work. I don't know who that was or what that was about, but obviously that's going to come forward on what that question was, or who it was directed towards. I don't know whether that was a question or not, but something like that came up. Don't know, will I shed any light on that? Passports, I don't know, passports. I've been in some hotels before. I haven't minded myself. Other people have. They keep your passport at the hotel, so you won't, I presume, so you won't do a run, and they keep it in their safes, in envelopes with your name on it. Bit odd, but I think if you rack up a bill or rack up extras within the hotel, you don't do a runner, as some people might do, because it can be quite expensive, especially if you stay in these 5-star deluxe hotels. Sometimes you might treat yourself. I think that's why they do it. Employers probably do the same thing. I don't know. I don't know. Do they keep hold of your passport? I don't know if it's practice, but there might be something simple, some simple explanation. Without answering these questions, it just gets more suspicious. But people have the right to remain silent. They don't have to answer questions at all. But the questions are coming up. So my question would be for Mia, why have you waited so long? But it seems you seem adamant that this information is true. It seemed to me very believable. Am I gullible? I don't know. It seemed believable. Like he was mentioning about an accent or something. I mean, accents. Take Wales. I've been to Wales whenever I've been to Wales. Right from a toddler growing up, whenever I've been there, there've been a lot of northern accents there, not of northern people, a lot of Liverpudlians in North Wales, etc. North and is it Real at the top end? It's Snowdonia. I've been to Snowdonia many times around Snowdonia, climbing mountains and things. Really enjoyable. And they'd been bumping into hardly any Welsh people at all, or hardly any Welsh accents. And I had a friend there, a couple of friends there, brothers, and they grew up in the north. They had northern accents. You know, right from toddlers, they kept their accent right through school. because maybe because of parents. I think the mother, they spent a long time with the mother, was very influential, very much a character, and they kept that accent because of the mother. A bit odd because they mix with all the Welsh accents at school. There was a majority of Welsh accents at their school. I don't know whether that's the case now. I don't know, but they kept their accent. So I don't know whether accent has anything to do with it. I'm sure Mia will explain why she's got a southern accent, or suggestion that she just popped out of the south and she had nothing to do. She didn't know anything about being up north and went to school with Lucy, as she said, up north. That's easy to prove. That is so easy to prove what school you went to. I could do that. I could find records and I could find information out of how long I've known someone, or somebody could find delve in some proof. If I say I've known someone for a month, somebody could get proof that I've known that person for 4 years. It's all over social media normally, but they could probably find out, and I'd be a bit frightened of that. I'd be a bit frightened of that. So I probably wouldn't say I've known them for a month if I knew that somebody already said that I've known someone for years. I don't know. It then would transpire, why did you know them for so long? What were you doing? How did you know them? What capacity? Because the horrible drug word, the drug word again, has been mentioned. So Mira said that Lucy was, whether she still is, was a drug runner. I've already mentioned about drugs. I got something wrong as well. I said the cannabis cafes within different countries, it was legal to sell the rugs, the cannabis within them. Apparently, I stand corrected. Apparently, it's not legal. I'm sure it goes on, but it's not legal. A lot of tax situations within property selling and buying, I was kind of vaguely involved in the past. In Spain, it wasn't legal to do certain things, but everyone did it, or majority of people did it. Especially if they weren't going back to Spain, they sold a property and they fiddled the tax in some way. But it was kind of seen as a legal fiddle, a backhander. So certain things go on. So perhaps they do sell rugs within the cafes, and we're connecting with Pots and Papers cafe, or the cafe that you used to own, or whatever else. It does go on, and harder drugs are normally sold. It's a meeting point, and harder drugs are normally sold within those cafes as well, which is illegal. But I'm not wanting to judge. James Adley. Sorry, this video is a bit wishy-washy, and I will try and put. Will I try and put something together? Will I make another video? I don't know. I'll see what goes on, what transpires within what people were saying, and the kind of new witnesses. They're not new people, but they're kind of new witnesses. Pippa, Mia, need to be investigated as such, not in a bad way, but I'm sure you can prove what you're saying in some ways. You could prove certain bits of information. So the UK police need to get involved now. The Spanish police have been told by Mia, and I guess Pippa as well, but they've been told by Mia time and time again, at least 5 times, and they're not interested. They throw it out, they're not interested. They operate in a different fashion. I would like to say operate in a different fashion from the UK police, but the UK police are a bit similar, but I'm trying to have faith in them that they're going to look into this and the investigation is going to come along. It's no big deal. People are being investigated all the time. I've been investigated, I know, from certain things. Nothing in it, I don't care, but investigate away. In the past, to do with something abroad, I wasn't doing anything illegal, but it did look suspicious. Yeah, no problem. I answered any questions. I could have got funny about it and got a lawyer, but that could have cost thousands and thousands and thousands. Why do I want that? I just answered the questions. I did have evidence at the time as well, so that was all right. It was to do something to do with property, but won't go into that. So what do we think? Put down in the comments. It does feel a bit strange talking about this case. I said that something may come up from the documentaries fresh, and it may spark off some videos. I don't visualise me going on and on forever, but it might spark some videos, depending what's in it. Christina Arife, you mentioned that the documentaries were told. Can I tell you, the production companies aren't always writing things. They get things wrong. They're just a production company. They're normally doing this for a reason, for a result, or for money. They're just doing this for a reason. They're not a big authority. They're not the police. The police themselves can have their flaws. So whatever comes out is just a particular opinion. You can direct a documentary. A production team can direct a particular documentary to go one way or the other, one side or the other. It doesn't mean a thing, but it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see what big thing comes out of it. As yourself, you keep saying, and that's fine. And we'll wait and see, won't we? We'll wait and see. There was another big I suppose, is it a question or accusation that Debbie knew all about it, but she's scared? Whether she's scared because she was being threatened, it was mentioned or suggested that she might have been threatened and also paid off. But I think if you feel threatened and you don't want to say anything, you know something, you don't want to say anything about certain people, you're probably not going to say it. If somebody then wants to say to me, I don't know, 100,000, whatever, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, to shut up, I've shut up anyway. But I'm not going to refuse the money. So I'm not blaming you, Debbie, if that's the case. But this can be proved with receipts or looking into bank accounts, or I don't know, delving in and pulling up the mattress. I don't know, but it can be proved, can't it? They are accusations, I guess, in some ways. But if somebody's telling the truth, then it needs to be out there, doesn't it? Do we all want to hear what's going on? Do we want to prove things wrong? Do we want to blow this up? Do we want to blow up what's Mia is saying is being rubbish? So that's in the best interest of whatever side you're on. So it needs to be out there, doesn't it, to be blown up? But it doesn't need all this mickey taking, etc., etc. That sort of seems that somebody feels really threatened within answering these questions, and they won't answer questions, just simple questions, and then you provide an answer. There's no need for this, I don't know, this insulting thing back. If somebody asks a question and, are you stupid? You're stupid, you are. What? Just answer the question. Don't tell them that they're stupid. Just answer it, and then evidence can be shown or proved, or somebody can be proved right or wrong. Mia, perhaps. I don't know. But I know the UK police have an obligation. If anything comes through, anybody has said anything, then it needs to be investigated. If there's an accusation that's being made, it needs to be investigated. If somebody accused me of doing something, it would need to be looked at and investigated, wouldn't it? Really. Might be something minor, might be something big, might be something nasty. So they have an obligation to now look into it. I don't care how frightened the people are about this, but they shouldn't be frightened if they've got nothing to hide. So we await to see. Do keep yourself safe, Mia. I do mean that, Pippa. Just keep yourself safe, because you've mentioned Sam Walker was involved, which was really new to me because I had information otherwise. But there we go, information. It can be just total rubbish from somebody who hasn't got a clue. They just say something and you believe them. This could be the case. And it said that Sam Walker, remember Sam Walker? He's on one or two of my videos. You can go back and have a look. Sam Walker was attacked in a bad way twice. Mia said that's something to do with this connection in some way. Sam's already admitted in the past he's dealt with rugs and other things as well. So there may be other things involved. But certainly rugs are involved. He's admitted he's involved in that as well. So it may be interconnected. Again, that's probably being looked into. That's very delicate because Sam's not wanting to say anything. He hasn't said anything. He hasn't squealed on anybody because his life is in danger. It has been in danger. So we need to look at that one, because it's said that is something to do with the Joe Slater case, or he has something to do with the Joe Slater case, or does he just know something? Does he know the right people? Knows what happened? Knows the connections? Maybe, or maybe not. So what do we do from here? Where do we go from here? Hopefully the police are listening in on everybody's live and they're going to do something about it in the background. We all need to know. Whatever side of the fence you're on, we all need to know. So let's watch online, see what happens from here. Speak to those people further. Get evidence. Mia, get evidence if you can. Mia, Pippa. Must have text messages. You must have remnants of those texts. Your data, you don't even need the phones. As I said before about the phones and the data. All your data can be looked at. Everybody's data can be looked at, and that will be within the UK investigation. Yeah. So be safe out there. Please don't take this to heart within your minds. And when you do lay your head down on this glorious day, don't have any nasty dreams. I'll keep watching, and I'll keep watching the lives as well, the lives that do come up. Technical wise, I was going to hold lives. I keep saying I'm going to hold lives and on TikTok, but I'm not very technical. I have got a StreamYard account. I have done one before or something. Didn't quite know what was going on. I have been on other people's lives. That's easy. You just click the link. I think the problem, Duncan, might be with yours or EP is, or Duncan, is the laptop and what I found before was the headphones connected. You need one source of sound. There is a delay. If you pull the headphones out, chuck them away somewhere, just use the speaker on your laptop, it might work. There might not be a delay. It might have something to do with data and Wi-Fi. The delay there. Sometimes there's a delay there. I don't know what I'm talking about. But it happened to me. I did something with my headphones. I use one source. You might need a phone. I don't know. Just need one speaker, I think. That's what the echoing is. Bluetooth. I don't know, but something to do with that. This is just crazy, isn't it? It's just crazy. I thought it stopped. But everyone, let's be unbiased. Unbiased. But it needs to be investigated. UK police. Now, thank you. Please like and subscribe, as always.